Chapter 3, Leap of Faith. After overhearing Darian and Shannon's argument about you rush out of the party and upstairs to your suite, your hands shaking as you unlock the door. Whoa. You're momentarily snapped out of your anxiety when you take in how luxurious the suite is. Lucia really spared no expense. I'll have to remember to thank her. The beep of a keycard swiping startles you and you leap away from the door as it opens. I saw you walk off. Why didn't you tell me you were leaving? You got some nerve asking why I didn't tell you something, and if you really want to know. I heard you talking to Shannon about me. How are you planning to have all the fun you want? I'm not some toy you get to play with. Even if this whole thing was my idea, this doesn't mean you get to treat me like some booty call. Lennox, listen to me. I didn't mean a word of what I just said to Shannon. I was trying to ruffle his feathers. And it worked like a charm, if you could have seen the look on his face. I keep trying to tell you, Darian, I didn't propose this fake relationship to hurt anyone. Right, you just did it to cover your own ass and to feel better about yourself. You've already lied to half the wedding party about our love story, so don't claim moral superiority now. That's different. Lying about my love life isn't going to hurt anyone. But if it does, if Lucia figures out you made this whole thing up, won't she be upset? Face it, Lennox, whether you're willing to admit it or not, other people are involved now. I just didn't know this would all be so complicated. You're kidding me. Lennox, you invented an elaborate fake relationship with a total stranger. You had to have known this would get complicated. You're too smart to pretend otherwise. You don't know anything about me, and I don't know anything about you. You told me nothing before... Before what? Before we waltzed into a room full of vipers as a pretend couple? The entire scheme completely defies logic. Don't try and bring reasons or moral into this. Trust me, morals went out the window when we groped each other in the airplane bathroom. And do you regret it? Letting me worship your body? No, I don't regret it. And do you want it to happen again? I mean, yes, but that's not the point. There are pounds as you realize your slip-up, and skips a beat when you notice how close you are to Darian. In the heat of the argument, the two of you have gravitated towards one another, and now you're mere inches from his lips. I'm still mad at you. That's okay. You don't need to like me for this part. You gasp as his lips crash against yours, gripping his shoulders tightly as you share a deep kiss. His tongue flickers against yours, relentlessly teasing, and you start to grow dizzy as arousal builds. He's such a jerk, but since we're using each other, maybe it wouldn't hurt to push the limits. Right. We should cool off. You take a deep breath and push him away gently, letting your anger subside. It's late. We need to sleep if we want to make it out of this week alive. His eyes are still smoldering with passion, but he nods. You take the bed, I'll sleep on the couch tonight. A tiny, irrational part of you wants him to sleep in the bed with you, but you nod. I'll see you in the morning. You wake the next morning and sit up feeling groggy and then confused when you realize Darian isn't here. Did he seriously sneak off in the middle of the night because of our argument? Every time I think he can't disappoint me more, I'm unpleasantly surprised. You get up and start to get ready for the day. Suddenly, there's a knock on the door. What, did you leave your key in the room when you snuck off in the middle of the... But when you throw open the door, Lucy is standing on the other side looking surprised. Trouble in paradise? Oh, hey. Darian and I had a little bit of a fight last night. She looks concerned as she follows you into the room, and she sets down the large package she was carrying with her. I thought something might have happened when you left early last night. Shannon said, well, Shannon said Darian told him some concerning things last night. Yeah, he did. And I'm still pretty mad. Honestly, nothing prepared me for how nasty Shannon and Darian would be to each other. Really, I know Shannon told you a lot about their past, history. That's the thing, Darian never brought it up when we decided to... You got yourself off before you can finish when we decided to pretend to date. I hate to be the person, Linux, but you haven't exactly been upfront about things yourself. Your heart starts hammering in your chest. Have you already been caught in a lie? Did you really not know Darian was Shannon's brother when you met? Don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled that we might marry into the same family, but 4 months is a long time not to talk about your families. Your heart breaks a little at how excited Lucia seems for you and Darian to be a real couple. The situation is way too complicated. Why did Darian have to be related to Shannon? I know it sounds unbelievable, but it honestly never came up. Darian is cagey about his family. He told me they weren't close, and I could tell it upset him, so I didn't press. After seeing him and Shannon interact, I guess I'm not surprised. Shannon is like a different person around Darian. You know, Shan. Usually he's cool, calm, and collected. I'm thrown by the whole thing as well, believe me. I believe the two of us, I think between the two of us, we can get them to be civil around each other, and if nothing else, let's promise we won't fall out, no matter how much our men fight. She extends her pinky for a pinky promise, and though you smile and hug your pinky with hers, I already feel terrible for lying to her. How am I supposed to survive a whole week of this? She lets you go and pats the package on the bed with a mischievous smile. So, I may have brought you a little something. Today I'm taking all the couples on a romantic tour. When I saw this outfit at the resort boutique, it had you written all over it. You really shouldn't be buying me gifts when it's your celebration. Come on, indulge me a little. You know how much I love spoiling my bestie. Besides, you'll be with Darian all day. If you showed up in this, you'll really regret your fight. You unwrap the package and are genuinely stunned by how beautiful the clothes are and how sexy. Fake boyfriend or no, maybe it wouldn't hurt to make Darian miss me a little bit. That is our outfit our friend bought for us from a boutique. I understand that they sell worn and torn denim for thousands of dollars, but come on. You quickly change into the clothes Lucia brought you, and she beams when she sees you modeling in the mirror. Oh, you look hot. Darian is gonna beg for your forgiveness when he sees you. He better do a lot more than beg, but thank you. I honestly needed to pick me up after last night. Please, no need to thank me. I'll always look out for you, Lennox. Lucy's words make the guilt bubble up in your stomach again, but you push it down with a forced smile. So, romantic island tour, huh? Sounds fun. Yep, a little sun, a little sightseeing, and an entire afternoon trapped in a bus with my mother. What could possibly go wrong? You know she's making a sarcastic joke, but you can't help asking yourself the same question. Also, you could have called the outfit Southern Belle. Just saying. A short while later, you and Lucia trail out to the front of the resort to meet the rest of your group. You're feeling weirdly nervous when you catch sight of Darian, who's leaning against the bus, his face unreadable. Long time no see. He turns to face you, and whatever smart reply he had in your mind dries up when he sees you. I don't remember seeing that outfit in the closet. New duds, courtesy of Lucia. Why? You think I look good? Also, why did you take stock of a woman's closet? Questions. Darian's gaze rakes up and down your body as you strut towards him. Despite himself, he smirks. Good doesn't cover it. I think you look fine as hell. Flattery isn't gonna get you out of ditching me in the middle of the night. I mean, you could have left a note, sent a text, but I had to run out, sorry, and skywriting. I didn't realize I needed your permission to leave a room. You don't, but I'd still like to know if you're alive or dead. So, you were worried about me. How sweet. You scowl, but your resolve starts to waver when he leans in and brushes his lips across your cheek. I'm sorry, baby. I really didn't mean to upset you. Your heart races at the sultry edge in his voice, which he's raised just enough to be overheard. Glancing in the side, you realize that you have a small audience consisting of Lucia's parents. Linux, good morning. Glad to have you join us on the tour today, kiddo. You smile at Tony, Lucia's dad. In contrast to Alice, Tony's always treated you like family. Are you going to introduce your Tio to your new boyfriend, or no? Mr. Casales, meet Darian, my newest squeeze. You make me sound like your flavor of the week. Oh, I'm sure she's kidding. Our Lennox likes to keep people on their toes. I know that all too well. She's the most exciting, challenging woman I've ever met. He turns to you with a cheeky wink and a crooked smile. But I'm the kind of man who loves a challenge. Even though I know he's full of it, he still has a way of getting my heart racing. Visibly annoyed, Alice yanks on the back of Tony's shirt and leads him into the bus. You're about to pile in after, but... Oh, Lennox, I was really hoping I could grab you for a quick word. You feel Darian stiffen beside you, but Shannon pointedly avoids looking at his brother. We have a couple of minutes before the bus leaves. Would you mind? He gestures vaguely for you to follow him, but you fix Darian with a pointed look. You get under my skin, Darian. I'm sure as hell gonna get under yours. Sure, Shan, babe. I'll meet you on the bus. You give Darian a dismissive pat on the arm, and you see anger flare in his eyes for a moment. And then... just be quick. You and Shannon walk off to a secluded area where you won't be overheard. Shannon shuffles his feet a bit. I wanted to apologize for not giving you a proper welcome. I jumped down your throat when I saw you, and you just learned I was dating your half-brother, Shannon. It's okay you were thrown off. Maybe so, but you're important to me, Lennox. That didn't change when you broke. when we broke up. You flinch a little when Shannon reminds you how you're the one who broke his heart years ago. Shannon, you're important to me too. I set you up with Lucia because I wanted you both to be happy. And you are. You're marrying my favorite person in the world. That kind of bonds us for life, you know? He smiles tentatively, seemingly relieved you aren't mad at him. You're a good person, Lennox. I'm glad we're still so closely connected. But it's because of our relationship that I'm gonna keep an eye on Darian. Even if I want to believe he wouldn't stoop so low as to hurt you. I know him. Your stomach sinks when you take in his exhausted appearance. Maybe he's right about Darian. I don't know. I don't want to cause even more relationship or problems with my relationship trauma. Not before the wedding. I understand, Shan, and I appreciate it. Just try to enjoy yourself, okay? Now, let's go, before the bus leaves without us. You pat him bracingly on the shoulder, but hesitate for a moment before following him. Just hang on till the week's done. Once the wedding is done, Darian and I can go our separate ways. Despite the whirlwind of the past couple days, you have to admit, Greece is gorgeous. You sit with your face all but pressed to the window as your tour guide drives you through the island. He points out the most romantic spots on the way. Historical chapels, gorgeous speeches, intimate walking trails. This would be a great place to be in a real relationship. But despite the nature of your relationship, Darian is attentive all day, keeping one hand on your knee on the drive. I'm glad you're having fun. I was worried I made things weird after last night. It's fine, Darian. But why'd you take off this morning? When you were gone this morning, I thought you were feeling weird about things. No, not at all. I just needed to take care of some stuff around the island. I know I should have left word, but cut me some slack. I'm not used to people caring where I am. He drops that last line so casually that it startles you. No hint of self-pity or sadness. Darian, is there anyone in your life you feel close to? Anyone you can count on? There's my darling girlfriend, for one. I mean real connections, Darian. A friend you can count on, or family. You flinch when a smirk flickers. Of course, Darian doesn't have family. I mean, I assume Shannon told you my mom died when we were 13. That's why I lived with the Farrells. I did know that, yeah. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. It's fine. You're sweet to worry about me, but you really don't have to. I have me, and that's all the company I really need. Oh, I'm connecting to him. Because it's me. It is really lonely. A lot of people can say it's unhealthy, and it is. But you get to a point where you just... It is healthy because you just accept it, and you no longer stress over it. We'll talk about it at the end of the video. I'm gonna go with really lonely, though. I mean, not having anyone in your corner, having to deal with stuff alone. It's fine, really. I'm used to it. Don't go thinking I'm some bleeding heart now. The bus comes to a stop in front of a picturesque conservatory, and you all pile out to step inside. This fountain is said to bring good luck to lovers. It will grant you any wish your heart desires. Darian shoots an amused look your way, and you try not to smile at the absurdity of the situation. Might as well make a wish. My relationship might be fake, but I can still use all the luck I can get. You were one of the first people to step forward and toss a coin into the fountain. Lucia takes your arm with a smile. What did you wish for, Lennox? I wish we'd find our life's purpose. I thought music was Darian's life purpose. It's all he's thought about since he was a kid. Yeah, but isn't there anything else? Something you haven't found yet? Why? Is there something else you're looking for? Maybe there is. Shut up. Leave me alone. You feel a little embarrassed when your answer, all of a sudden, Darian gives your hand a squeeze. It's okay, Lennox. I know what you were trying to say. You smile, but can't help feeling like you said something wrong. The next stop on your tour is a place that the guide refers to as Lover's Bridge. It's a weathered old structure that's lost a lot of stone due to the time and weather, but it's become a bit of a local legend. Particular devoted couples use it as a trust exercise. One partner stands across the bridge and guides the other as they cross it while wearing a blindfold. It's said to strengthen the bonds of love. If any brave couple would like to participate, the floor is yours. Everyone turns to Lucy expectantly, but she seems just as unnerved by the bridge as you are. She clutches Shannon's arm. No offense, babe, but you're not great with directions, and I'd rather not break my ankle before the wedding. Ah, good, because I'm about as coordinated as a baby deer. Everyone laughs at the couple's frankness, but that still leaves the question of who's brave enough to cross the bridge. That bridge is held together by chewing gum and prayers. No way I'm setting foot on it. The tour guide claps his hands and looks around expectantly, but no one moves a muscle. Alice smirks. Since you and Darian are so connected, why don't you do it, Lennox? I hate you so much. Lucia gives her mom an irritated look, but Darian surprises you by taking your hand and accepting the challenge. We can do anything together, right, babe? On one hand, I'm scared to hell to cross that thing. On the other, calling Alice's bluff would be really satisfying. Cross Lover's Bridge. I can't wait to fall and break my neck. Darian takes your hand and guides you up the stairs. You feel nervous, aware that everyone's eyes are on you. Don't worry, I won't let you fall. Why do I have to be the one wearing the blindfold? Because I can promise you I won't lead you astray. Can you do the same for me? You think about it. Honestly, you're probably too nervous to give coherent directions. Fine, blindfold me. You're submerged in total darkness as Darian leads you to the edge of the bridge and crosses to the other side. Okay, Lennox, take a couple steps forward. You take a deep breath, steeling yourself, and start to walk. Lennox, be careful! Lucius' sudden shout startles you, making you almost fall. Not helping, Luce. It's okay, babe. Focus on my voice. There's a brick missing just ahead, so you'll want to clear it. Clear the missing brick. Shouldn't be too hard. I should step over the missing brick, jump over it. It's a missing brick, so stepping over it. Okay, I'm stepping over it. You take a cautious, steady step over the brick, opting to be careful instead of flashy. And you're good. Nicely done. You take a few more steps forward, feeling a bit bolder before Darian calls out to you again. Careful, careful. The board in front of you doesn't look too stable. So, you're either going to have to go slow or try to run over it. Take a deep breath, assessing what you should do. Just stepping slowly is the careful choice, but I could really play the dramatics if I speed over it. You stand still for a minute and then decide what to do. Go slow. I'd rather not die in Greece, though you know what, no. You decide to do the cautious thing. Stepping slowly over the board, you feel it creak. Careful. You take a deep breath, but keeping all your weight in the middle of the board helps soon. Did it. You hear the people behind you start to breathe sighs of relief and clap. Darian laughs. Nice one, big shot. Almost done. How am I doing so far? Just a few more steps and you'll be in my waiting arms. You smile at the image, imagining how romantic it'll be when you reach the other side, but suddenly... Whoa! The bridge wobbles beneath you and you hear a gasp from the crowd. You hear Darian step closer. Almost there, Lennox. One more step. Pretend to fall into his arms. Ha ha. Shut up. You take the step and find yourself in his arms. We did it. You did most of the work. Good job, babe. His arms tighten around you a bit before he pulls the blindfold off your eyes and you look around. And they made it. Let's give a big round of applause to our next couple. That was fun. Yeah? It was pretty fun, I'll admit. He squeezes your hand, gently making your stomach flip a little as you walk back. That was impressive. I don't think I've ever seen a couple making it across the Lover's Bridge so deftly. Dude. Just nothing. Yeah, bite me, Alice. People always seem surprised that we're so in sync, but Darian and I trust each other implicitly. I trust you completely not to lead me astray, babe. And I trust you the same way. I know we're not a real couple, but damn, we are really in sync. Alex looks at you skeptically, but everyone else looks impressed. Lucia smiles brightly and pulls you aside. Oh, that was impressive. You two have a seriously strong bond. The tour guide launches into a speech about the importance of communication in a relationship, but you're not really listening to him. I mean, he's not wrong. Hey, where'd Darian go? You turn around to look for him, but he's nowhere to be found. With everyone else distracted, you look to Darian to ask what he thinks about all this hubbub, but where is Darian? You step away from the bus, searching for any sign of him, and spot him hustling down the street. Can't believe it. Is he seriously running off again? He can't just keep getting away with this. I'm going after him. Without a second thought, you hurry after him, leaving the wedding party behind. Really? Alright, I guess we're ending it there. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description. Plenty of things to check out, ways to support, and whatnot. Yeah, so first and foremost, thank you all for watching. Really, truly, it means a lot that you guys actually tune in to this content. It's okay. It's okay with this book. I'll get to this. So, as a person who has gone through a lot in my life, right? One day maybe you'll know, but let's put it this way. At one point, I had a large nuclear family, and while not all of those family members were especially good, especially the closer they were to me, The ones on the outsides, like great grandmas, great grandpas, etc., those were nice folks, or at least from what little I encountered of them, they were nice. Basically, over my many years on this planet, they've all died, even the really, really bad ones. But due to the really, really bad ones, and even the very tiny little bit of family that I have currently that is left, um, let's put it this way: I definitely feel Darian on his family. Definitely feel him. So, with that being said, I as a kid growing up, I really didn't have friends because of my family and because of just I was different than everyone else from you know my community. Again, long story short, so you are alone. So there are two different types of alone. Okay, and I want people to know this. There's alone that's chill. You need to regenerate, right? Social just stuff really drains you and whatnot, and that's become me. Um, you know, and it's nice to just chill, kick your feet up, and just be alone and just recharge and things like that, right? And you get to the point where at one point in your life, and I suggest this to everyone, even if you haven't yet, you need to become accustomed and accept yourself, thus making moments like that, especially just something that's just, it's a dime a dozen, right? And it's something that you really, really enjoy. Now, there is the times where you are feeling lonely, as when you are alone. Or there's times where you're feeling lonely even when you're in a group of people, and I've known people like that. They just everyone else is talking and having fun, and you're just sitting there just kind of staring off in space because you just don't feel a part of it. So you can be lonely even with a bunch of people around you. So I hate to break it to you, that does exist. And I've met people who have had that feeling. And they got to go home and again find alone time because to recharge your social battery, because here you had to sit there and deal with that shit. And I think that's more unhealthy and whatnot, because those people just don't feel accepted in their cluster of people. Versus at least when you're alone, right? It's you alone, right? You find acceptance in yourself versus needing to find acceptance in others, and finding acceptance in others is especially hard nowadays. So that's just my words of wisdom, right? Yeah, no, would I like friends? Would I like to hang out? Would I like to do all these other things? Yes, but there's a lot of pressure there, and there's a lot of feelings towards that in the whole 9 yards. And then you put yourself out there, and you hope that you're accepted, and you may not be, and then yeah, there goes a whole tumbling downstairs feeling. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you did listen. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.